Hello, online crew. How is everybody today? Awesome to be live with you. I didn't go live on my last live last week, so it's been an extra day that I haven't been live. So it's awesome to be back. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend just gone by. So today we're going to have a chat about what to do if you feel your life is a little bit like on autopilot. Are the same results happening? Are you doing the same thing day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, and nothing's changing? So things aren't getting better. You're not getting healthier. You're not getting wealthier. Just things, you just feel like life is a bit of on autopilot. If that's the case for you and you're not progressing as much as you would like to, then I've got a little tip for you. Now, this is not my tip. I'll explain where this tip comes from because I follow a lot of people, not only in business, but personal development. And, there's a lot of cool people that have got a lot of great tips that we can try. And if they work, awesome. So this video is the video for the week that I talk about something to do with personal development, personal growth. So many of you will know who are regulars here that I go live 5 days a week at the same time for the most part. Mainly talking about social media, how to grow your business online, bring your business online, attract people to you, get leads, video marketing, all that kind of stuff so we can grow your business online. But the very first video of the week, I talk about something to get you thinking because it's really, really important that you've got it going on up here because this will make or break you in your business. So anything that we can do to get you thinking more positive, having greater self-esteem, belief in yourself, it'll all help you grow a better business. Do you agree with that, guys? So I'll get on to that in a second, but welcome. My name is Helen Martin. If we haven't met before, awesome to see you here. Anybody that's new to our community, please identify yourself so we can give you a big warm welcome here because we really do have the most amazing community of entrepreneurs and home-based business owners where we are leveraging social media to build our businesses online. So welcome to the community. If anybody is new here, definitely let us know. I did want to let you guys know early that tomorrow, because I'm hosting a webinar, I will be live an hour and a half earlier than I normally am. So my UK friends, I will be earlier. I know the UK guys love it when I go earlier, but tomorrow I will be live an hour and a half earlier than normal. Okay, just to give you a heads up there. Let's just say hello to a few people. We've got Patricia here. Jeanette, how are you? Good to see you on. We've got Beth. We've got Joanne. Great to see you here. Chantel is on. We got Cynthia, Faye, High Five Mike. Anybody that appears like that, you just need to give StreamYard permission for me to see you, which is the piece of software that I'm using. So that means you're watching from the group, and there is a link at the very bottom of the description in the group that says streamyard.com/Facebook. You just need to click on that, and then I'll be able to see your name. Hello, Olive. How are you? We've got Janet here as well. Hero, Megan, Judy and Bob. We've got Steph. Hey, crew, up in barn trying to watch and get birds put up. What does that mean, Steph? Hey, crew, up in barn trying to watch and get birds put up. I got no idea what you're talking about, Steph. Yay, earlier. Yes, I know you Canadians like it as well. Hello, Christine. How are you? We've got Marcella here as well. Michelle, good to see you on. We've got Aldith as well. So thank you for saying hello to everyone. Ford is home in time for the live. Awesome. Great to see you here as well. So how was your weekend, guys? And I know that was sort of a day ago for those of you in Australia. But I hope you did something wonderful for yourself. So let's get into the content for today, and I'll tell you where this comes from. So this is, a lot of you would know that I follow, there's a couple of people I follow in the sort of personal development space, but one of those is Mel Robbins. So this has come from her. Okay, and I want to share this with you because I think this is really important. It really resonated with me. And so I wanted to pass it on to you guys. Give credit where credit is due. This is not something that I've made up, but I thought it was really just something good to try. Okay. Now, where she got it from was an executive at Sony Productions, where they were launching her new TV show. And this executive gave her a piece of advice, and she uses it all the time now, and said it works wonders. Okay, so if something works wonders for Mel Robbins, I think it's good enough to share with you guys. What do you think? So this is extremely beneficial when you're feeling a little bit stuck and you're feeling like your life is on autopilot. So I'm sure you've all got sort of goals and dreams and visions and things that you want to achieve. And sometimes you might think that you're beating your head against a brick wall and things aren't happening for you. Or, you know, you want to lose weight, you want to earn more money, you want to be more successful in your business, you want a better relationship with somebody, you know, all those kind of things. They're all things that, you know, you might desire to have. And the weeks and the months and sometimes years go by and nothing's changing. Now, one of the main reasons for that, as you guys, if you've been hanging around here for a while listening to me, you would know that that is driven by largely the way you think. So you change your thoughts, you change your life. It's something I say all the time: change your thoughts, change your life, because everything you do is run by your thoughts. Even if simple as, you know, you might want to get up in the morning and go for a walk, and your thoughts will dictate whether that actually happens or not. It's not necessarily your body, unless it's physically unwell for some reason, but you will think, yeah, I'm going to get up and go for a walk, or you will think, no, I don't feel like it. Or you might think, I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Whatever you're thinking will dictate whether you go for that walk or not. So everything is controlled by the way that you think. Now, unfortunately, most of us think about the past rather than reshaping our thoughts for the future. So here's the trick. So if you feel like your life is on autopilot, here's a trick to really tune in to the way that you're thinking. So really analyze your thoughts and have a high level of awareness regarding two things. Okay, when you think and speak, and you know how you act, is it coming from the past or the future? So let me put this into perspective for a minute. This sounds simple, but when you can really dial into the way that you think, you can actually change your future, because when you can change your thoughts, you can change your life. Now, 90% of the people that walk this planet actually think and are driven by the past. Would you agree with that? Like, do you know, like you've done some professional, you know, all personal development stuff before, and you know that there's things that happened in your past that run, you know, it's just the way you tick, and you say things like, it's just who I am. It's just the way that I am. So you're letting the past rule who you are today because you've just accepted that's the way that you are. This is where our thoughts come in. So when you're doing things and you might be saying to yourself, oh, I can't do that because, and that'd be something from the past. Okay. Instead of thinking, I can do anything, I'm going to change my future, and you think towards the future. So you're only going to know this when you really take a mental check-in of the things that you say to yourself and say to others, and sort of the way that you think. Because majority of you will be ruling and making decisions moving forward on what's actually happened in the past. You get that? So I'm going to quote Mel's exact words, because this is not mine. So simple as, notice whether you're talking and thinking about the past, or you're talking and thinking about the future. You know what happens when you talk and think about things that have already happened in the past, or you say to yourself, I can't do that because? If you can't do something because, that's thinking the past. You've already made up your mind that something's not going to work, or you're not going to move forward with something, or you're not going to exercise, or you're not going to eat healthy food or something because it doesn't work. It's something that's happened in the past. If you put as much energy into thinking and talking about what you can create for your future, it's going to happen a lot faster for you. But we are driven, unfortunately, by our subconscious, and your subconscious most of the time is stuck in what's happened in the past. So when you can actually consciously think, it's a simple trick. Just think, is that thinking from the past, or am I talking from the past, or am I talking about the future? And actually stop and think and assess and evaluate what your language is saying and what your thoughts are doing. Then you can get a really good check-in. That's the past. That doesn't dictate what I'm going to do in the future. So you can spend a lot more energy concentrating on what you can produce for yourself future-wise than telling yourself certain things because of what's happened in the past. I know you guys actually already know this, correct? Like, this wouldn't be something new to you. But how many of you stop and evaluate what you say, what comes out of your mouth, and the way that you think? And actually realize how much that dictates what you do and don't do as far as actions. You know, things that you will do or won't do, or you tell yourself that won't work because, or I can't do that because, like, that's all driven by the past. Instead of being really proactive and saying, I can do that. I can do anything. I'm going to test something new. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm just going to test and evaluate it for myself. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But you can reshape your future and your results if you think future-paced instead of fast-paced. And I'll say it again, 90% of people are run by thoughts and actions from the past. So guess what happens when your thoughts and words and actions are fueled by what's happened in the past? You stay in the past. You stay repeating the same actions that have happened in the past that haven't worked. You're just going to prove yourself right that something didn't work because you've already talked yourself into it, that it won't work. So you keep the same thoughts and words and actions and from the past, and you will repeat the same subconsciously. You will repeat the same results. So if your results now are not exactly where you want them to be, really check in with this simple trick. Am I thinking from the past or the future? Am I thinking from the past or the future? When you focus on the future and what you can do rather than holding yourself back on thoughts about what maybe won't work or hasn't worked or all those kind of things, you will move your future forward faster. You will be braver. You will do things that maybe you would have told yourself, oh, that won't work, because that's living in the past. Who wants to live in the past? Who wants to stay stuck? Who wants to repeat the same things that you've always repeated that haven't worked? So we really need to focus on reframing our future by the way that we think. The only way you're going to do that is have a really high level of awareness of how you think now. So today, tonight, tomorrow, catch yourself. How are you thinking? What are you talking yourself in of or out of, depending on what you say and what you think? Does this make sense? It's so simple, as Mel said in her video that was explaining this. It's so simple, but it's so powerful when you can shift living in the past and thoughts and language from the past to actually really focusing unlimitlessly towards the future. I can do that. I can do anything. I don't want to repeat that anymore, so I'm going to try this. So when you consciously focus on what you can actually plan and what you can try in the future, even if it's completely different things to what you've tried before, you're now actually creating new habits. You're now consciously on a different path than what you've been in the past because you've been stuck. Okay? So does that make sense, guys? Can you, like those of you that are listening, can you consciously make an effort today, whether it's the beginning of the day or the start of your day or the end of the day, do it tomorrow. Really catch your thoughts regarding what is it that you're telling yourself and realizing that you can actually tell yourself a different story. It's just a story, guys. It's just a story. The amount of stories that we tell ourselves about what will work, what won't work, that's too hard. Why is it hard? You would be saying something's too hard because you're basing it on something that's happened in the past. So when you can reframe that and think of the possibilities of the future, you can actually get to where you want a lot quicker. You can actually be braver to do things that you're too scared to do because of something that's happened in the past. It holds us back big time. And I say this all the time. It's not a funnel. It's not a Facebook ad. It's not necessarily your network of people or anything like that that's going to make you successful. It's you and your thoughts alone, not my thoughts, not anyone else's thoughts, your thoughts. So when you can really consciously be aware of your thoughts and see if do your thoughts serve you well, or are they holding you back by things that have happened in the past? So take control. Take control of that and think, no, this is something that's happened in the past. I'm basing this on that. So that doesn't matter anymore. I want to change the direction of my future, which means I'm going to go for it, or I'm going to speak to this person, or I'm going to send that message, or I'm going to go for that walk even though I don't feel like it. Like, what comes out of here will shape your whole future life, and that's up to you. Okay? Making sense, guys? I just want to check in to see what you guys saying. Yes, so true. That past likes to haunt you if you let it. The sad part about it is most people are unaware. So we are run by our subconscious largely, and things that we've always done, we always continue to do unless we have conscious thought otherwise. So when you have conscious thought regarding, hang on a minute, what am I thinking here? What's the language that I'm using? You can catch yourself, and that'll give you half a chance to reframe it and focus on the future instead of the past. But most people are run on this autopilot and they don't even realize they're doing it. That's exactly the reason that I talk about this kind of stuff, is to raise people's level of awareness so you got half a chance to change it. Because if you've run the same patterns in your life with relationships, businesses, finances, health, weight, those kind of things, then you're not focusing on the future and what you can do about it. You're running your life to a degree from what's happened in the past. Something in the past is holding you back. Something in your thoughts is concentrating on the past. That's gone. Can't change that. You can't even change it if you tried really, really hard. So we need to focus on the future to change it. But how you do that is what you think now. You can't change the past. You also can't change the future because you're not there yet. You can change the potential of the direction of your future, but you can't change it because you're not there yet. You can only change what's happened now. This is where change happens. Now, you can make a conscious decision now to think, okay, I'm going to try to create a higher level of awareness of the way that I think and the way I speak. That's a choice you can make right now to make a better future for yourself. Otherwise, if you concentrate, talk, and think in the past, you will repeat the same habits you always have. And that's not something necessarily that you might want for yourself. Yes, most people look in the rear vision mirror. They do. Great idea. We know it, but we need to practice it more. Yeah, and that's the thing, Beth. This is not necessarily something new to you guys, but we change. We lose the level of awareness and we just do what we do. We just think the way we think. And it takes a lot of effort to change the way you think. But if you've got some kind of level of awareness of what you're thinking and what you're saying, it's like, no, that's a limiting belief. I don't want those beliefs anymore. I want to shape my future in a forward direction. I want to change the way that I move forward. I want to make more money. I want to be healthier. I want to eat good food. I want to have dynamic, beautiful, loving relationships. So when you concentrate your thoughts that way, then you know how it goes. What you focus on, you get more of. When you focus on the past, you give yourself excuses. That makes up the person that you are today. And you keep reliving that past, you are going to stay there. And we don't want that for you. Absolutely, Beth. Absolutely. Well said. Do not evaluate often enough. No, that's true. So true. Oops, hang on. Where did it go? Hi, Helen. I started watching on your page, but I stopped. So moved over to your strategies page. Okay. So I broadcast in both. So you're getting the information in both. But because you're in a group, you're watching from my group, you need to click that link up above in the description, which you'll only see in the group. You won't see on the page. Because it's a group and I'm using a third-party software, you just need to give that piece of software permission for me to see who you are. So just click on that link above. Hey, Lucy, good to see you here. Hey, Hero. Yes, you have to do something different that you've never done before. Mindset is very different. And we know how that goes, guys. You do the same things you've always done, you get the same results. So if those of you are in that kind of pattern and you're on that autopilot, you're doing the same things that you've always done. So your thinking and your thoughts and your language are not serving you. If you're getting the same results you've always got, guaranteed your thoughts and your language are not serving you. Now, the only way you can have half an opportunity to change that is to analyze it and have a high level of awareness around it. I think you were talking to me. Oh, am I, Beth? I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate to this conversation, Beth. Yes, I can. Yes, catch yourself thinking. Yeah, it's something that we actually forget to do. But if this is on your radar, and this is why I talk about this kind of stuff, if it's on your radar, you've got half a chance to change it. If it's not on your radar, you will run yourself on autopilot for the rest of your life because you run by your subconscious and your past. So we need to catch and have a high level of awareness to be able to do anything about it. So true. I often base my thoughts on the past. Thank you for the reminder. Cool. No, what? Thank you, Olive. It is amazing the stories we tell ourselves that are holding ourselves back. Yeah. And a good indication of that is if you are repeating the same results. You're in the same kind of relationships or having trouble with the same kind of relationship. The same issues keep coming up. You've still got issues with money. Business results, health results, those kind of things. The same pattern will keep on happening unless you change your thoughts and your language. So we must have a high level awareness around this if you want a chance to change anything. Otherwise, you run on autopilot and you'll live the same kind of life for the rest of your life unless you consciously change it. Makes total sense. We'll definitely take on this challenge as well to catch my thoughts and not let them hold me back. Awesome. Making sense from Jade. Thank you. Thank you. Have been struggling with a video I need to shoot. Now I can hear my voice to myself and I'm going to change that now. Amazing, Jeanette. Amazing, because it's your little voice in the head that tells you not to do it. Or you can't do it because you might look stupid or, you're worried about something. That's all past thinking. It's like, what have I got to worry about? I want to have a different future, so I'm going to do different things. You need to do different things to get different results. Needed this talk this morning, wasted the whole day with past thoughts controlling my day. No more. I'm glad you needed to hear this for some reason. Sometimes we hear things at exactly the right time that we need to. Maybe this message for you has come today for a reason, Christine. Your future is like a blank canvas. You can paint your life any way you want. Absolutely. But you know what, Hero? Most people don't see it that way. They just end up like the next weeks, the next days, the next months of their life end up the same way as the previous months and the previous weeks because they don't change their thinking. You can control it. Know me. Am I talking to Janet now instead of Beth? Is that what you meant, Janet? Relating wholeheartedly, Helen. I believe in the now. Absolutely. It's the only way change can happen in the now. People take bad experiences as them, not a mere event. Well said, Ford. That's the unfortunate thing about tragedies, instances, circumstances from our past. It does define people if they let it, but it doesn't have to because it's only in your thoughts. And nothing that happened in the past defines you. It only defines you if you think that it defines you. You're in control of that. No one else. You're absolutely in control of that. You can be the victim to some things that have happened in your past, or you can see it for what it is. It's in the past. It doesn't make up or have to make up or dictate what happens in your future. You're in control of that, not the past. The past has been and gone. So this is really, really, really important. I want to do all those things. Well, make it happen, Janet. You can do all the things. It just comes down to you and the way you think and the way you talk. It's because what comes out of here starts here, obviously. Oh, it's Megan. StreamYard dropped off you. So I have found, I'll just say this, guys, and talking to a lot of students, I've just got off a call with a student. I am finding that a lot of people are having issues across the board with Facebook that don't normally happen. There's people dropping off StreamYard. There's people having glitches with certain things. What was the one this morning? I can't even remember what it was, but there seems to be a lot of movement and a lot of temporary issues. And I am wondering if it is the new changeover of Facebook. So just be patient if things are going wrong. If you drop off StreamYard, thanks for mentioning that, Megan. Just click the link again. You'll come back in. But there are glitchy things happening at the moment. And I have no idea if it's related to the new Facebook being introduced in September. But you got to wonder, because I'm hearing it a lot. Oh, actually, that's what it was. I don't know if, and I'd be interested to know if any of you guys have had this, but it was really weird that I was talking to this student just before, and they had exactly the same issue that I did last week, which is I couldn't get into my Messenger. I would click on the Messenger app and it would just go nowhere. So I had to delete the Messenger app and reload the Messenger app, and it all came back, but I had to do it twice. And she had the exact same issue at the exact same time. And she's in the US and I'm in Australia. So, you know, there's just little glitchy things happening at the moment, and, you know, not unusual from what I'm saying, just to sort of give you the heads up. Steph, love it. Keep moving forward. Storm moving in, got to get into the house. Oh, I hope everything's okay, Steph. Please keep yourself safe. Safe is your priority, not listening to this video. Please go and get yourself safe. We can do this, absolutely. Had the same problem. Happened to me as well with Messenger. Yeah, so there are glitchy things. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that. There are glitchy things happening at the moment with Facebook, and there's a lot of changes happening with the changing to the new look Facebook, so maybe it's just all rolled into that. So the whole StreamYard thing, some people dropping off might be that as well. Oh, so Beth had it as well. So that must have been a universal thing. Or maybe not all of you had it, but yeah, okay, interesting to know. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So the important thing to remember, now just keep in mind Mel Robbins swears by this, and she puts herself in this situation all the time. Hang on, how am I thinking? From the past or in the future? What I love about Mel Robbins is that her life is less than perfect, and she talks about it all the time. So there is no one that does, you know, a lot of work in personal development that ever has got it perfect. No one's perfect. Even when you know these things, we all slip, do we not, guys? Like, you know what I'm talking about today. It's probably not something new to you, but we all slip. And sometimes we just need to be reminded and be really aware and conscious of the way that we think and we talk. So we've got half a chance to change it. So I challenge you guys, depending on what part of the day it is for you. If it's getting late, then tomorrow, but really have a high level of awareness of what you're thinking about when you're thinking about it and what's coming out of your mouth, and catch yourself and change it. So if you want to create a better future for yourself faster, this is exactly how you're going to do it. Just think simply, am I thinking in the past or am I thinking in the future? No, that's a past thought. Okay, we're going to change that. Change your thoughts. So you can reframe your future life by the way that you think. Change your thoughts, change your life. It seems so simple, guys, but it's so hard. But if it's on your radar, then you've got half a chance to sort of change it. Okay. So thank you for joining me live. Those of you guys that are commented in, thank you very much. And those of you on the replay, I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Just remember, an hour and a half earlier tomorrow here live, and then back to normal for the rest of the week. So have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.